Now I am recording. That's what I'm
Can you hear
doing
me?
now. Yeah, I can hear you just fine, man.
All right. Let me put you down for a second.
I weigh 315. You sure you can? I don't even know if you ever picked me up.
Huh?
You want to put me down? You got to be able to be strong enough to pick me up first. I ain't no lightweight, man.
I'm not either.
So long as you're not over 250, I can pick you up.
Yep, I'm not.
All right, I'm good. But if you weigh under 75, I can't pick you up. See, under
very strange.
Yeah, under 76 and over 250, is too heavy.
Anything good happened today?
No, sadly. I got emails. I saw Pro Social Pessimist had uploaded some things, and he was like, I'm like, oh, snarky video uploads. Okay, so no accountability. All right, I'm bored with you, so I'll let you have it. I'm moving on. That's pretty much it.
Okay, here's the sleeper. He put 3 really stupid, petty, you would call them stabbies up.
They're failed stabbies. They're more like, butter knifeies or something.
Yeah, they're not very, like, one of them was just so stupid.
Who's the nihilist? Stop crying, you nihilist? Who's the baby now or some shit? I don't know. I was just like, and I saw Eiffel Goings or something talking, and I was like, oh.
You went robot. Hold on, man. You went robot there.
I went robot. Okay, I saw him. Am I coming in all right now?
Yeah.
Okay, hold up. I got the microphone covered up. Okay. Whew. Hopefully this towel is soaking up the sweat. Good grief. Yeah, I saw that he had posted that stuff, and I saw Eiffel Goings or whatever however you pronounce his dumbass name. I saw that he was being a little cheerleader crowd, and I'm like, now I am absolutely bored of the whole subject. That's what happens. I get bored with stupid stuff, so, and I'm not calling Pro Social, I'm not calling him stupid. I'm just saying what he's doing is stupid.
I think that's the same thing.
No, he's not a stupid person. He's doing stupid shit, but he's not a stupid person.
Well, okay, hold on. I could call him stupid for this, but I wouldn't call him dumb.
I'm more or less chastising the action, not the person.
Yeah.
Granted, they are linked.
That's also what I'm doing, sort of, but like he's not dumb. Like he understands enough to be not called dumb.
Yes.
But he is doing stupid shit.
He knows better, but he's not acting accordingly. So there you go. That's how I define it.
Yeah.
There's too many damn definitions around stupid that relate to dumb, ignorant, or whatever the hell they want to come up with.
They're too interchangeable, so I do enjoy how you separate them.
That's why I do that. Somebody got to separate it. Somebody's got to make some damn sense of it. Let's see, what else?
Hold up. Here's the sleeper. He did one nihilism video thing at the end that wasn't stupid. It was just he keeps missing the main point, and he's gonna if he listens to this, he'll just say, "No, I didn't. Or he'll do his whole debate nonsense where he's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna pick this apart bit by bit, and then say the thing that that's gonna trigger this nihilist to say the exact same thing he said 300 million times already."
Yeah, or he'll just put up a video and then give it 2 or 3 days, he'll take it down.
Right. But here's the thing: it did actually attempt to address the issue in a semi-reasonable fashion. So I ain't mad at it.
Okay.
But here's what. Because here's the thing, video that he was doing, he was trying to explain. And I'm not going to diss him for trying to explain that. Like, it looks like he's trying to build up to something a little iffy, just based on the tone at the beginning. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and just say maybe he's actually putting in effort. It's hard to say. But here's where he gets it wrong. Every single clip that he did of, and this is something that kind of made me do this sort of aha moment, where, like, and it's a really dumb aha moment on my part, because it should have been readily apparent. Every single one of his little clips to sort of demonstrate nihilism was incredibly pessimistic.
He is pro-social pessimist, you know.
Right, exactly. and that's the thing that I address. I'm not sure which nihilism video it was that I addressed it in, where I said, yeah, nihilism isn't pessimism. You can be a pessimistic nihilist, or you could be an optimistic nihilist, or you could just be a plain old nihilist where you swing both ways from time to time. But the problem with optimistic and nihilist and pessimistic nihilism is it flies a little bit in the face of nihilism in general, because base level nihilism can't be optimistic or pessimistic because it doesn't state a value. It doesn't say this is good. It doesn't say it's bad. It doesn't say up or down, left or right. It just says there is no inherent value. What you do with that statement after the fact is up to you, up to the person. And that's what I don't think he gets, because yeah, he's a pessimist. He looks at the statement, there's no inherent value, and sees the cup empty. Like, it's not even half full, it's just empty, because I said no and then inherent and then purpose or value or whatever.
Yep. I've noticed what goes on with the issue with me in general with a lot of people is, once you put the IST on something, then it becomes tribalist ink.
Well, that is another problem I had with his video, where he put way too much emphasis on ideologies and philosophies.
Right, if you're, and
like the way he said it, like it was clear that he was talking, like he was starting down the path of tribalism. So I don't know.
Yep, that's. Once people start doing that, I start kind of getting bored. I don't need or want someone to entertain me. I'm not a little kid. I don't need somebody. Right. I don't need strangers or anyone, cheerleading me on. But those in my life that I do care about, I do like their validation. Because we all seek validation in one form or another. It's where you seek it that's important. If you seek validation by making your videos and hoping that strangers and the very few people in your group watch your videos ad nauseum, share, and spread the word, if you are hoping for that, then you're in the wrong area. You're looking for validation in the wrong area. Because you're not going to get it. It's not going to work. It's not going to happen.
Because eventually, and this is the one thing that I fear with my channel, only you will watch it and comment.
Well, here's the thing. I would say this, because your channel was going all right. I just think you need to post more and things like that. Like, for example, what we're doing here. If you're at home, use OBS Studio and do some recording yourself and post it, and we'll have our conversations up on, each other's. That's fine with me. Do that. I encourage the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Besides, you don't have to do any editing.
Yeah.
I don't do any editing for this. I hit record, I let it roll, and then when we hang up, I just upload it, give it a title. It's going to have Discord discussions with Conquering Thought, and I might add some stuff with it. That's what I do.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, laziness.
Yeah.
And I wish people would stop doing that. Like they say, if you're an atheist, then let's link this bad stuff to you. Well, why do we link this bad stuff to you? Because what people don't get is the reason your pastor, your preacher, your bishop, or your church leaders, the reason they do this is because if they don't demonize an atheist, then you might want to talk to the atheist and see how emotionally free and liberal they are from persecution and things like that. They're free from it. So they have to demonize an atheist and link all this stuff that has nothing to do with anything with someone that simply, by and large, wholeheartedly, finitely, just don't subscribe in the belief of God. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and so when they group nihilist, they group, oh, you don't hold value to anything, you don't care about anything, you don't care if you live or die, you don't care if anyone else live or die. And they loop and group all that shit with it, and it's unjust.
You think all that stuff, and they apply it to a nihilist. Before ever talking to that nihilist, before getting to know that nihilist, whatever, it just makes you look stupid. For the exact same reason, any type of bigotry just makes you look stupid.
Here's what's scary. Here is the scary part of that. It can't make them look stupid because there are too many dumbass people out there that believe that shit.
That is true. The majority are against nihilists, so it's kind of hard to... I mean, even atheists, a lot of atheists are against nihilists. There are definitely atheists who believe there's objective morality and inherent worth to certain things, and they cling to that and then lash out at nihilists whenever they say, hey, no, you're wrong.
And here's the thing, the word inherent is misused too often. So
yeah,
it's just...
And it's honestly the most important part of that. Because, yes, a lot of people leave out the word inherent when they're describing themselves as a nihilist. But then you hear them say, oh, I like this, I like that, yada, yada, yada. They value that.
You went robotic for a second.
Okay, hold on. Let me back up there. So they look at this statement. The self-described nihilist that leaves out the word inherent, right? When they do leave out that word inherent, and then say stuff like, "Oh, I value this, I value that. I kind of wish people would be more this and less that." People then just look at the nihilist like hypocrite, and then the nihilist that particular nihilist has dug themselves into a hole because they didn't actually explain themselves well. Because yes, the fact that the universe does not give two shits about anything.
That's what I'm sitting here like, I want to give a strong boost into the description, the living description of a nihilist. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use myself because I go through this crap every like 2 to 3 weeks. I think it, but I brush it off. So I love Fire Pro Wrestling World. I make my wrestlers. I've got rings. I'll do the simulated matches. I will commentate while the match is going on. You know, I do all this other stuff. I got rankings, titles, history, injuries, all this stuff. I love doing that stuff. And I break my neck to get it done every Monday. I do what I can, all right? But then let me tell you this. And I look at it, sometimes I think this, I look down and I think, at the end of my life, what was it all for? What was the grand scheme of things? What did it serve? Did it help anyone? Did it change anyone's life? Did it help them live past their natural or government expected expiration date? You know, did it cause a galaxy to flip over? Did it cause an egg to fly up and turn into its own solar system? Did the flying spaghetti monster come down and strangulate God himself and say, now I'm the ruler? So, here's the thing. Since none of that can or will happen because of what I'm doing, it has no inherent value. It does, me playing this game and doing what I do and doing what I love that nobody else knows about. It doesn't make their life any better, and it doesn't make it any worse. It just is what it is, and it is for me. And it's for those that might like it to enjoy it. And that's it. Right. There is no inherent value in what I do, but I do love what I do. That's the difference. And I wish people would get that through their thick-ass skull.
Yeah, and that kind of ties into another thing, where, yeah, you can enjoy something, you could prefer something, you could want people to act in a ethical or moral way that benefits you and society as a whole, and still say, hey, it's not inherent to morality. You have to actually be there for that to be true. If everyone in the entire world didn't exist, morality wouldn't exist.
Morality Morality is nothing more than a socially accepted basis or compass to what is good and bad by their own standards. So right now, thievery is wrong. So if you're a thief, you're an amoral person and you're shunned. But if the only way to live and survive was to steal and kill, and if you don't do that, you're seen as weak and pointless and meaningless to life, then you're an amoral person for not getting with the program. It's just like, and I want everybody to understand this, it is just like it is very moral, positively, socially, to not ruffle the feathers of society, to do good things for people and be decent to people and help them where you can, financially, mentally, and physically, if you can. However, it is also just as positively moral in a government setting to make sure that every single one of you suffer so that the wealthy can gain more money than they need off the backs of you while padding your own pockets as the wealthy pay you chump change for your goods and services for them in deregulations and whatnot. So for us, it's amoral to be an asshole, where it is for them to be amoral to be a decent person. So that is what you call, when you go and vote for someone to be decent, but you're voting for an asshole, that is cognitive dissonance. That's what that is. And I wish people would understand that. Dude,
all right. This is, I'm going to be annoyed at myself for saying this, but I feel like I have to say it.
Say it.
In that last video that he was starting to explain nihilism. He posed the question, something along the lines of, is a nihilist something we should get add to our ranks because they want to reduce suffering? And that's a really loaded question.
I'll try to answer it.
Right, but it's
loaded questions are for assholes and pussies.
That kind of question is like,
how long have you beaten your wife?
Yeah, basically.
Hey, who did you steal your car from so you can go to work every day?
Why haven't you beat your wife today?
How long have you been indoctrinated into pessimism?
Yeah.
Where's your pessimist preacher at?
I don't know how to respond to him without sounding without I can't talk like a robot to the man about this while also airing my grievance.
That's the point, is to derail you. So when they ask you, when people, that's why I don't debate, because most debaters are fuck shits. That's why, because they do that stuff. Ask the question, be genuine, and be honest instead of that loaded shit. So then they gotta weave in all this other stuff. You know,
it's like I must be a robot and a lawyer at the same time to interact with this person. And Pro-Social does not do that all the time, but he does that whenever there's something he disagrees with even slightly. If he disagrees with something even slightly, he'll become, everyone has to be a robot and a lawyer at the same time.
Yeah, legalese. And here's how to answer that question, all right? The first thing you do is you look at the word should. Should is basically an obligation, all right? Should means obligation. Therefore, that kills the rest of it.
Well, okay.
Because
to be fair, I very much doubt I am being verbatim to his question. I just got the general gist out.
Okay, that's cool. I understand. When someone says should, and you know, I'd say should as well, yes, but should means obligation. So, you know, should we vote for Bernie Sanders? We're not obligated to vote for Bernie Sanders. You vote for who you want to vote for. You know, you want to vote for D's Nuts or PZ Naps? Do it. That's it.
Do you want to vote for? I want to vote for Ojeda. I'm so mad.
And you can write his name in. Ain't nothing stopping you from writing, you know, Richard Ojeda in.
Yeah, but I'm also selfish, and I want my vote to not. I'm not saying my vote wouldn't matter if I wrote in Ojeda. It's just that I want this is going to sound like some centrist shit.
You want to go with the for sure win.
Yeah, I want some level of win.
I
do want to put the most money down on the safest bet, I guess is.
Now,
oh no.
Now let me explain the cognitive dissonance of that.
Yeah, I understand the cognitive dissonance of that. It's just
okay, because by going with the for sure win, all we've done for 40 years is lose.
Okay, yeah, you're that's fair, but okay, let me. It's not the for sure win. It's the. I just feel like I need my odds up.
Even though they might lose,
I don't need perfect odds. I don't need the 50-50 odds. I could take the 1 in 100. But I don't think at this moment Richard Ojeda even has a 1 in 1,000.
No, he doesn't. However,
if he had a 1 in 100, I'd still do it. But I don't think he does.
I think 1 to 2% of the country wrote in Jill Stein's name. I was one of them. You know why? Because that was my vote. That was me doing my civic duty, and that was me being a free thinker. I don't go with the bandwagon. I don't go with the status quo. I go with who agrees with me. I don't go with who I agree with. They have to be on my side. I'm the voter. I tell them what to do. They want to get a vote. They have to cater to me. Not just on the staging ground, but in the fucking office as well. And if they have a history of not doing what they say on the campaign trail, and when they're in office, they don't get my vote, period. That's why I wouldn't vote for Elizabeth Warren. I would not vote for Cory Booker. I would not vote for Joe Biden. I don't give a damn his polling. I don't give a damn his age, and I don't care that his son died of cancer. He don't get sympathy from me when he's caused so much death with his war votes. It's that simple. I don't fuck around with my vote, and no one should fuck around with their vote. No one. Exercise your freedom, exercise your liberty, and vote for who you think should be president, even if they have zero chance of winning. That's the idea. That is pushing America forward. I don't hear you. You're silent. Okay, I don't hear him. I can see the.
Can you hear me?
Okay, now I hear you.
Okay, there we go. I can't agree 100%.
I understand.
On that, it's yes, you have to vote for the person who most aligns with your values. But at this, I don't. With the winner take all system that we have, there is no room for the moral vote in my mind.
I get you.
Because in a winner take all system, you're literally forced to vote on something that is going to affect you one way or the other, and we have been forced to be like, okay, so here are the 1 to 4 options. If you can have option A, which is a shit sandwich, or you can have option B, which is a shit sandwich on fire that was covered in rabies sauce.
The lesser of two evils.
Yeah,
That's
a problem with the system on the whole. That's not. If I thought the system was even slightly fair, which I don't think the system's fair.
It's not. We've been jerry-rigged and gerrymandered into our vote, into our lifestyles, and everything.
Yeah.
Just look at YouTube. Everyone had the chance to come out of poverty with all these ads and stuff and ad revenue and just making videos, and all you needed was 100 subscribers, and then they took that away because people was getting all right.
Yep. And they blamed it on, people are bad.
Yeah, they blamed it on PewDiePie, who was a fucking racist, and he he used a racial term, and they used that one thing out of the millions of racial terms used across YouTube. So it was a setup.
Yeah,
it was a setup.
It was a convenient scapegoat. Because I don't remember that incident in particular, but it's easy to see that if it wasn't him, it would have been somebody else.
Oh, it was definitely going to be somebody else.
It would be like, okay, look, we can't have all this bad stuff on the internet. We can't have opinions. That's not okay. And the opinion, yeah, sure, it wasn't okay, but it was still just an opinion.
Yeah, he wasn't stating a fact. The problem is, here's the thing. When you have an opinion, people don't have opinions. Okay, I wrote a Medium article about opinions and facts and stuff like that, and people love it. But look, people state their opinions all the time, but they don't state facts. So when they state opinions and they can, rouse the others that share their opinion, the thing is, people don't state opinion, they state their belief. And when you state your belief, you don't care about facts. You believe what you believe, and others got to go with it, or they don't. And so basically you galvanize those that share your belief, and then you get, all this racial tension that's going on as we speak. That's all it is. And when it comes to your vote, look, you do have the option of going with the status quo, the lesser of two evils. The problem is we need to start voting for the better of two goods.
That's exactly what it should have been all along.
But if you play the game, if you play their system the way they rigged it, you can't keep voting like that and then saying you want change. If you don't change, they sure as hell don't need to change. So you change. If all of us voters change and vote for someone with some sense instead of, well, you know what, it has to be establishment Democrat, it has to be an establishment Republican, it can't be anything else, then we have completely screwed ourselves. And then we're like, why don't things get better? Because look in the fucking mirror. That's why.
Yeah.
I don't blame Congress. I don't blame the president. I don't blame Trump. I don't blame any of them. I blame everyone listening to this and listen to anyone else that has the ability to vote and they don't change how they vote. It is all of them that is causing this. You got 1/3 of the whole country of the United States of America with a bullhorn of racism, bigotry, misogyny, and everything. And you'd have no idea how many progressives are out there. But then again, the progressives get drowned out by the establishment Democrats. And the establishment Democrats are literally where the 1980s Republicans were.
You know what the thing is? You know what the really shitty thing in Florida was, as far as the voting was concerned?
What?
All of the amendments that happened this time around, only half of them actually served a positive purpose. But all of them but one got through. Literally every single amendment got through other than one, and that one was complete dog shit. So it was never going to go through. Good
grief. So, Florida ain't that far from behind Alabama and Missouri, so get ready.
Yeah, there was two or three. Okay, okay. Like I said, half of the votes were decent. They were good, but it was in this legalese nonsense, and there was constant commercials saying, "Vote for this because," like for one of the bad ones, for example, it was like, vote for this because criminals, they're bad, and you don't want, and criminals seem to have more rights than the victims. Vote for this.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, yeah. It's gonna happen with Bernie soon. Watch. It's gonna say, because Bernie's so popular, but he's gonna say, look, do you want to vote for freedom or do you want to vote for someone that allow criminals to control your life? That's wait.
Going to be a commercial. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But here's the thing about that particular commercial that I was talking about. What it really did was chip away at innocent until proven guilty. It made the balance far closer to guilty until proven innocent. Because it basically gave victims the right to step on the criminal's face, so to speak.
Yeah.
And for some of the more heinous criminals, I'm not mad at it, but it's still unjust to unduly affect the outcome of the justice system. Like if it's like let's say it's a murder charge, right? And they get 20 to 30 year sentence like a 30-year sentence with a 20-year with good behavior or something like that, right?
Okay.
And they have good behavior all the way through. Now this law that they did now puts one of the victims on the parole board if they ask for it. You see the obvious conflict of interest. Like, it's readily apparent what happened. That one victim that could be on the parole board basically says, nope, okay, cool. Now they're in prison for another whatever. And that allows that basically enforces maximum penalties.
And beyond, if they can't get out just because, yeah. Literally, that's basically legal vigilantism.
Essentially, yeah.
Well, shit.
And no one talked about it that way. No one. I tried to explain that to every single person that I saw, and everyone was like, well, isn't this good for women? And I'm like, no, because every single thing that they say is in there that's for the victims of rape and whatever, they already had. It was redundant.
You can only try somebody one time, so that's it. You shouldn't be able to keep putting them on trial for the same thing.
Yeah. And here's the thing. On the smaller crime,
Double
it's
jeopardy.
the case.
What? Repeat that. You went out.
On smaller crimes where there is a clear victim involved, it is still the case that the victim can be on the parole board.
See, that I wouldn't call that a conflict of interest. I would call that outright bullshit.
It is outright bullshit. But,
that's what you call it.
But here's the thing. It still got through.
Yeah.
And every single amendment, other than one that was complete and total dog shit, got through. And you know what that tells me? No one was actually looking. They just saw a couple of good ones and were like, okay, whatever, I'm just going to write yes.
And
every single amendment got through overwhelmingly.
And honestly, I don't even think anyone really voted on that. I don't think anyone even voted on it.
No, they basically didn't. Everyone just fucking wrote yes, and then, it just went through. Some of them got close to no, but it still went through.
In small governments, when you tell them what you want, big government is when they just tell you what they're going to do. That's the difference to me. In the simplistic term, most simplistic you possibly can get. There's a lot of nuance, yes, but just, when you're sitting there and you're like, guess what? Your state says that you cannot get an abortion after 8 weeks. And they say weeks when they just say 2 months. After 2 months, you can't get an abortion. Although there's nothing viable until about the 6th month. Roughly that last 2 weeks of the 5th and into the 6th. That's when things get moderately viable. And then it's mostly solidified around the 7th or 7.5. But before that, it's iffy. And at 2 months, 8 weeks, 180 days, no. There is nothing going, no.
Yep.
Well, not 180, but 60 days. I was thinking three months, 90 days. Damn pill stuck in my head. I know math people sometimes pick on me. But I really wish people would gain control and don't look at people that's gonna, hey, you believe in God, so I'll vote for you. Okay, they believe in God, but then they're messing up your life. So think about that. It's like, no, don't go with the one that believes in God. Go with the one that says, hey, you. I want you to be free, and I want you to not have to live in poverty. Why don't you go for that person? Hey, you know what? I'm going to lock up the criminals. You know who else are criminals? Politicians. Why should they be above the law? I mean, so lock them up.
Yeah, hey, that actually reminds me. Well, it's not reminding, I guess. It's just a thought popped into my head. And yes, it's another nihilism thing. Sorry, folks, it's another nihilism thing.
hey, this is Discord discussions. Actually, Gmail discussions, Google Hangout discussions. Maybe I should change that to Google. Yeah, maybe I should just change. You think I should do that? Just Google Hangout discussion or GChat discussions. Maybe that's what I should call it.
It seems to be.
You're still on the fastest.
It seems, or you could just say discussions.
You know what? That might be better. Yeah. That might be better. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take out the Discord part. That'll be showing up on everyone's screen. Yep. Take out the Discord part. Hit OK, and then there we are. OBS Studio works well that way. So discussions with Conquering Thought. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, to the point, I guess.
Yes.
That I kind of sidetracked myself on.
That's cool.
Anyway, the thing with inherent value that is it's so toxic. And here's what I mean by toxic. What I mean is you can you can do the bait and switch very easily because you have a notion of inherent value. So let's do the classic example. God, he's inherently good. He is all love. He is everything puppies, sunshines, and rainbows. Right?
Man, the puppies fart multiple colors. All right, yeah.
Yep, yeah. All right. He's puppies, sunshines, and rainbows. Fuck the gay people. What? No, the puppy, sunshine, and rainbows. He's inherently good. You can't say no. It's like, what? Excuse me?
What if? I'm curious.
That's how.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I curious.
You're going robot on me a little.
No, I was cutting out. That was me doing that. That I was just curious. I was thinking, what if they found out that God was honestly going to only send people to hell that had no tolerance for things that they didn't understand?
That's true. That would be hilarious. That would be beautiful.
Zero tolerance for things you don't understand. Because we're all God's creatures, but then you want to be racist and bigots and stuff, and then say what's against God when God created everything.
Devalue something that I made. How dare you?
Think about it, folks. Just think about it. You're devaluing something God made. We're all God's creatures, and this is God's earth, so you might as well treat everything of God properly. What y'all got against God? Oh wait, that's right. It's your God, their God. So everyone has an individual God. So possibly
we want God.
God is schizophrenic.
God's a schizophrenic.
Like Coheed and Cambria said, make up your mind, girl. Before I hope you die. I love that song, Welcome Home. That sang to me. I feel that way about a lot of people that's like, I want to be friends with you, let's be cool, but yet I want to spend my time fucking you over. I'm like, oh, go away. Done, bored. Ew. I'm not going with that color. Orange. We'll try orange. Oh, that's pretty-ish. It's all right. Let's see. Outline. I'm doing the email. I'm just putting my email up on the big screen. Good grief. It's all the way up. You know what? There we go. I'm moving that so y'all can see that, folks. That's all. I'm just putting it up there because I know this thing's scrolling. You're like, what? So if you want to be in a discussion with me, just go to questioncr@gmail.com. That's what you do. That's my email address. And, we can sit up here and talk and shoot the shit and whatnot, And if you want me to not curse up here when you're talking, I'm letting you know I'm not going to have much to say. Just saying. I get my curse on. I can talk without cursing. It's just going to be a little difficult here and there. But yeah, it's right there on the screen. It's all pretty light. There you go, folks. There's my email right there. It's on screen. So questioncr@gmail.com. It's all good. And if I can get this thing working right, because everyone says this is my setup, but they won't say anything about it. But you know what? It would definitely be nice to do Hangouts. Since I do have a camera. I don't know how to do how they do it. They have their pictures up there, their faces. I don't know how to do that for OBS Studio. I'll look for something on YouTube that won't work when I try it. You're roboting out, dude. Come on. You can do it. Fight the Gmail. Fight the Gmail. The power of Gmail compels you. Man, you're sounding like a failed Cybertronian right now. Let's see. I really hope. Hey, girl. Do you only got Roblox playing, right? Nothing else? All right,
Do you hear
'cause
me?
no, I can't. You're just all robot-y and stuff. It's just it's bad. It's bad. We have 44 minutes of this thing, man. It's terrible. Oh, okay. See, this Wi-Fi activated on its own.
Maybe like 5 minutes
This
of
is.
driving, I guess.
Oh, you're driving and. Okay,
Yeah.
you're saying you're driving and you probably hit a bad spot. Cause it went terrible. It's a bad moment right now. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close Discord and see if that helps anything at all. Because it could definitely be my end. And hey guys, I know it's hard. He's all robot-y. Let's see. I don't know what to do to rectify this at all. I really don't.
I think it's just. I don't think there's anything you can do. Just bad reception on my end.
I'm gonna just let's see. I'm gonna see if I can do this. Oh, that's not working. Oh man, I gotta move. I gotta move to make stuff work, and I don't feel like moving this hot in this damn place.
No, don't worry about it. Give me time.
Okay, just give you time because this is a terrible situation. You know, because you're all robot-y and stuff. You know, you sound like you're on Cybertron, but you know you got really bad communication skills. So I don't know. Maybe it'll work. I turned my camera on to see if it will help any bandwidth on my side that will help you. Or I don't know. I don't know how this shit works. You know, what? I've been wondering what the hell is that picture of, that you got for your avatar? Looks like there's a bug on this guy's chest or something. Hey, you know what? Try whistling. I used to. Oh, I think you came in, dude. No, it's not working. This is aggravating. You know, because you know I'm pretty sure I'm coming in all right over there, and you know I don't know, man. This you know this could go on for minutes and minutes and whatnot, and you know, the showman in me is like, oh, this bites and might as well just end it, but then there's the whole like I got this thing in me that says, you know, work it until it works. Try to turn your camera on. Try to turn your camera on. Just click the camera, see if that might boost something. Let's see. So I think. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this one and start another one. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, we're at 47 minutes.